Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Thank you so very much for being a member of the Time Traveler program. This is your bonus reading for the week of December 7th, 2025. We're tapping into the Akashic records to see what message it has for you. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate, and if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else, okay? So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and be sure to check out your other placements. Tapping into the Cancerian collective now. What is their message from the Akashic records for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements? What is their message at this time? We'll get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. Your message at this time, abundance. You're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you are deserving of it, and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step towards receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it is on its way. At the bottom of the deck, you have warrior spirit, relentless commitment to challenges, approaches life as a personal battle, here to master your forceful nature. Both of these cards are facing into the future. This one holding what appears to be the Ace of Wands. Okay, tell me more about this here for the Cancer collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I feel like there's something here, a new direction or a new path that you're supposed to be bold and brave when it comes to pursuing. Oh yeah, right behind the warrior spirit, you have scattered energy. You have too much on your plate and you have lost your focus. This is causing you to feel exhausted and overwhelmed. Prioritize your well-being and create a new plan. Okay, tell me more about this here for Cancer, please. Kind of feel like you're holding yourself back from abundance at this time. First card out, if you saw that tumble out of the deck, that is the Nine of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Four of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Well, there's your abundance. And the only thing holding you back here seems to be you. Some type of mental stress or duress. Bottom of the deck, Three of Cups, the World, and the Tower. Okay. That leaves Judgment, King of Cups, Hermit here at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where you've had a significant ending of a situation, environment, or connection that at some point brought a level or degree of happiness into your life with that Three of Cups. And then it came to an end. And when that came, to an end for you is different for each of you watching. A day ago, a month ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. But that ending is preventing you from moving in a new direction or moving towards something new. And this could be something like, you retired 10 years ago and ever since then you're having, difficulty starting up something new or feeling like, feeling like you don't have anything to live for. But you do. You have this wish to stream, this goal here that's kind of waiting for you. Same thing if you've had a breakup in a relationship. There's something here about that's holding you back, or someone's passed away. It's holding you back. It's whatever has ended here for you. And I'm not saying that this was the purpose of the ending, but through the ending, what the Akashic Records is trying to tell you is that you're a lot stronger than you believe you are. There is a warrior spirit within you that can pull you out of this, that can change your mindset. All right, tell me more about these fears, doubts, and insecurities. I feel like you have been sitting in this for a long time. What is that Nine of Swords? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Nine of Swords is clarified by the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. I feel like this is a very emotional time for you, whether you show that, project that out to the world or not, internal to you. There's a lot of emotional upset in the Cancerian collective. It's become heavy. It's become burdensome. Some of you are having issues sleeping, or you could just be sleeping a lot. So either you're not sleeping at all, and for some of you, you're sleeping a lot. And that's because there's a big emotional toll here on the Cancerian collective because of something that has closed out. The loss of a job, the loss of a loved one, a connection has ended, a career path has come to an end. Whether that's been done by force or by choice, it's still an emotional weight that is preventing you towards having the inspired action and move forward. Tell me about that hanged man energy. I feel like you've been sitting in this for a while. This emotional despair, this mental despair, this ending. It's almost like you can't fully move on from it. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Yeah, the Eight of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. It's like this new beginning, which comes with victory, which comes with success. You have a reluctancy to move towards it in that Page of Wands, to discover it, to inquire about it, to go after it, because you're still emotionally enmeshed with something that ended. So you either haven't fully grieved it, or you haven't fully accepted it, or you haven't fully come to terms with it. But there's a new beginning here. Aces are potential. And this Ace of Pentacles is your potential to get to the Ten of Pentacles, which is abundance. But in order to move towards it, you need to physically move towards it. You have to be determined to move towards it. It won't come to you. Tell me more about the Four of Cups here. It's almost like I tapped into a group of you where you're so energetically low that you do bare minimum. You do bare minimum. Like you clean your house, you change your bed sheets, but it's bare minimum. You know what I mean? You're not enthusiastic about doing the deep cleaning or throwing things out, or you'll go out with friends, but only if you're invited. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you like you will not initiate, or there's a reluctancy to initiate. Starting a project, learning something new. And again, it could be a DIY project, like a do-it-yourself project in the home, or a new weight loss program, finding a new job, getting out there and having new experiences. There's an emotional weight here on the Cancerian collective that is not allowing them to move forward. It's a very stuck energy. And I think what you need to see is that the only person keeping you stuck in this is you. It's like we have not fully healed from this. All right, tell me about that Four of Cups here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Four of Cups is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Three of Swords. It's this Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's this continual renewment, I'm pretty sure we're out of post-shadow Mercury retrograding. Yeah, it's insistent on making your neighbor here, Gemini, look and sound like an idiot. It's this constant remote. I'm not even going to bother saying it. It's constantly thinking about this loss. I'm not trying to minimize the loss. Obviously, it's ruminating. There's the word. Thank you. It's continually ruminating about the loss. The job you lost, the person you lost, the individual who passed away. So again, whether that ending happened by force or by choice, you're sort of on this hamster wheel here, consciously as well as subconsciously, in that Nine of Swords. So it's almost like even when you're sleeping, you're thinking about it. So yeah, some of you are having an inability to sleep, while others of you are getting a full night's sleep and you're still tired during the day. You're still in that Four of Cups, Four of Swords energy. So I'm not saying that you're laying in bed, sheet over your head 24/7, but there's not a lot of wand action here in the Cancerian collective, at least for the group of you I've tapped into. If it's not your message, don't be offended. You're welcome to check another placement. But there's more mental activity here surrounding a loss or something that you feel is missing from your life. And because of that, there's a reluctancy to move forward or try something new or learn something new. Tell me about that Ten of Pentacles. Tell me about this abundance here. I feel like it's yours. I feel like it's waiting for you. One more shuffle here. Thank you. I feel like it's yours for the taking. The Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. I mean, you have 2 out of the 4 aces here. It's something you've wanted. It's something that you actually would like doing over and over and over again. Once you started doing it, you actually would enjoy this. Let's say it's a diet plan. You would actually, once you get into the groove of it, into the pattern and that Nine of Wands, you actually would like doing it. You would start seeing results and you would be like, wow, these results are not just some overnight success. These are long, steady, sustainable results because I'm not giving up on this. I'm continuing to nurture myself and learn how to intake food differently. If this is an exercise program, once you start, and again, not an overnight success with that pentacle energy, but you start seeing these long-term sustainable results, you're like, wow, I feel really good. I'm taking really good care of myself. This is a feeling like I feel brand new. If your home is a bit cluttered or disorganized, or maybe you're hoarding a bit, which is common for a low vibrational Cancerian, because you're ruled by the moon, your emotions, and so sometimes when you become very worked up emotionally, again, there's not a lot of desire to do much of anything else because you kind of get stuck in this emotional loop. If you just started with one corner of one room, you would feel such a sense of accomplishment that you would be like, yeah, I could take on the rest of this place. I could do that. So whatever this is here for you, this Ace of Pentacles, learning something new, getting out there and having making some new friends, or having some new experiences, or getting back out there into the workforce, a diet plan, a regimen, it would have for it long-term sustainable results. But it requires you to take action. It won't just come to you. You won't wake up tomorrow and be 20 pounds thinner. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and have that room in your house organized. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and suddenly get a job offer if you've never applied for one. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and be a business owner if you haven't done anything to learn how to run a business or to take the initiative to launch the business. So there's something here that's closed out. It has kept you, again, either by force or by choice, because sometimes we create tower moments in our lives, like when we retire or we relocate or we enter a connection or exit a connection. And sometimes it happens to us. The other entity lets us go, fires us, breaks up with us, cancels the lease, and now we have to relocate. So again, whether by force or by choice, the emotional setback that came from that ending seems to be what is preventing you from moving forward. And some of you are of the belief or of the opinion of like, I can't do it. And I think what you're not seeing here is that you can. You can. There's a warrior spirit within you. And right now your energy is scattered. Oh, I should have looked behind that. Trusting yourself. Trusting yourself that you can do this. You can learn this. You can do this. You can implement this. And I'm telling you, once you start seeing, like this starts gaining traction and it's real and it's tangible, you're going to absolutely love it. You will love to wake up every day and eat right. You will wake up every day and love to tackle that project. You will wake up every day enthusiastic about getting your resumes and applications out there to find a new job. But you have to get going on this. What ended here? What is this World to the Tower? Just give me some background on this, please. One more shuffle here. Thank you. What ended here? Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Ten of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Four Swords. Well, whatever it is, you've been healing from it ever since. Maybe you were a business owner and the business ended, or you had a long-term career and it came to an end. Again, maybe you retired, maybe you were let go, maybe the company went out of business. This could be a family member or a friend that you loved like family who passed away, or the connection with them came to an end, or you suffered some kind of financial loss. Whatever it was, at some point in time, you felt like king or queen of the world because it was part of your life or because you were engaging with it. It added to your emotional fulfillment and it kept you balanced. It added to the balance of your life, whether that's emotional, psychological, physical, or even financial. And ever since it came to an end, or it halted, or it stopped, or the connection faded, or the person passed away, whatever occurred here, you have been sitting in the Four of Swords, Four of Cups, which is a lot of stuck and stagnant energy. Your mind is racing. That scattered energy is mental to you, reliving it, replaying the loss, feeling all of those emotions again. So how do we get the inspired momentum here? How do we turn this into an Ace of Swords or an Ace of Wands? That's my question. Because the warrior spirit is holding the Ace of Wands. And again, that's why I feel like it's within you. You could wake up tomorrow and decide, this is the day I'm going to do this. I remember I used to weigh over 200 pounds and I kept putting off losing weight and losing weight. And then that one day I just decided I'm going to wake up, I'm going to do a couple of sit-ups and a couple of push-ups. And for the first couple of weeks, I didn't see any improvement, but I was feeling better. So there were some sustainable results that I was seeing. I had more energy. I was feeling better about myself, even though the scale told me I wasn't losing any weight. And by the time I got to that 1 month, and Ace of Cups consequently would be 1 month, because for me, cups are months, and we have one here. By the time you get into or nearing that 1 month marker of whatever this is, that's when you're going to start seeing the results. You're going to be like, wow, I lost 3 pounds. Wow, I started with cleaning that corner of the room, and every day I just did a little bit more. I did a little bit more. But by the time you get to the end of the month, that room is done or nearing being done. Like now you're going to really visually see the impact. You're going to be like, wow, I got it done. The moment you start getting out there and putting out your resume and applications and you start getting feedback and interviews within that couple of week period, but again, by the time you're nearing that 1 month marker, you'll either have landed the new job or you're receiving good feedback and people are calling you in for interviews. Again, either way, it's going to, give you the momentum to keep going. But we have to get you to keep going. We have to get you to start going. The sustainable results you'll see will get you to keep going. So how do we start this up here for the Cancerian collective? How do we turn that Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups into an Ace of Swords and an Ace of Wands? How do they do that? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and Judgment. Well, honestly, it just comes with mindset. The first step here is mindset. I don't want to sit in this anymore. I don't want to sit in 4 Swords, 4 Cups and do nothing. I don't want another day to go by without at least trying. I want to make that judgment call. I don't want to sit on this anymore. So just making the judgment call. It's small. Page of Cups. It does not require you to do anything physical except decide, I want to do this. I want to move towards this, or I want to do this, or I want to create this, or I want to plan this. The moment you make that decision, I feel like you come out of 4 Swords and you become King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is the energy of an individual who begins investing pentacle resources towards that 10 of Pentacles, towards their long-term goals. So they'll start investing the time or the love or the money, whatever it is here. They will start dedicating a fraction of themselves or a portion of themselves to this endeavor. So the first thing that needs to change is the mindset. One small act of, I intend on doing this. I will do this. I will do this, and I will do this starting tomorrow. Like, hold yourself accountable. Or I'm going to start this today even. We don't even put it off till tomorrow. What is step 2 here? If the first small step here is mindset, what happens after mindset? What do they do next? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. Start learning. Start learning. Now, how to work on this. So, let's say we're using diet as an example. Starting tomorrow, I want to start eating better, right? That's just a declaration to oneself, making the judgment call. It's a small step. Now come tomorrow, you will inquire. Page of Swords, 8 of Swords to the Knight of Cups. Now you will inquire on this long-term goal. The Knight is playing chess. So this is not overnight success. You know, checkers, we can wrap up a checkers game in 10 minutes. Chess could take several hours. My grandfather would play chess with some of the church elders. On Sunday, we would leave church and go back to my grandmother's house for a meal. And they would play the same chess game for a month. They would play a little bit on this Sunday, and then when the food was done, we would go upstairs to eat, and that was it. Until the following Sunday when church was over with again, and then we'd all, reconvene back at my grandmother's house, and they would go to that enclosed porch, and they would pick up the game where they left it off. So it's long-term sustainable results. It's not a 10-minute game of checkers. So step 1 is, I want to do this. I definitively, there's no doubt, I don't want to sit on this anymore. I don't want to think about this anymore. I don't want to procrastinate on this anymore. I am making a vow to myself that I want to do this. And then day 2 is, now how? And start, again, we're just going to use diet as an example, reasonable diet strategies or something like that. Maybe for some of you, you need to increase your protein. Others of you, you need to increase maybe your omega-3 fatty acids, or you have to watch your sugar intake or your salt intake. Like, just inquire. So I made the decision, I'm going to do it. And day 2 is, now I'm going to inquire, what is the best way for me to do this? So let's say it's reorganizing a room in your house. Day 1 is, that room, I'm going to reorganize it. Day 1 is making that decision. Day 2 is now maybe going online and getting some inspiration, like looking up on Google Images or, you know, other websites, stuff like that. Like, well, how did people, you know, do a quick makeover or an inexpensive makeover of their living room? Let's say this is your living room you want to work on. And just getting ideas. The Page of Swords is knowledge. Just acquiring the knowledge. We still have no action. It's a decision and then learning more about the long-term plan. What's next here for the Cancer collective? What is next then? So they make the decision. They inquire on the knowledge, on how they're going to do it. Same thing if this is job. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to look for another job. And then the day after is, what would I like to do for a living? Day 2 is, let me look up some examples of what a real professional resume should look like. It's just the acquiring of knowledge begins on day 2. So looking up different career paths, looking up different resume styles. It's just the gathering or the collection of information that will move you towards this goal. What comes next? One more shuffle. Thank you. What comes next? Temperance, the 8 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords. And now we move forward to the new beginning. So it's a 3-step process. The decision, I will do this. I will find out now how to do this. I'm ready to do this. And this could all happen for some of you in a matter of 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks. But the new beginning is literally here. After, again, this ending, whatever here has happened for you. There's a warrior spirit within you. But we need to wake it up a bit. Because on the other side of this ending is abundance. But it's waiting for you to go after it or claim it, attain it, make it for yourself. It won't come to you. But you certainly have the ability to create it for yourself. Your new beginning is waiting here for you, Cancer. Let's get you some advice. Can we get 3 cards of advice here, please, for the Cancerian collective? Because I feel what happens here is the motivation of I will do it. And then once you start looking into it, I think you start getting excited. I think then it's like, oh, wow, that would be fun. Or yeah, I could do that. Or I could learn that. I feel like there's an excitement here that builds. We have this slow build here. And then Temperance is Sagittarius energy, which is wanting to take action. Right? It's a fire sign, but it's a quiet fire. I feel like there's a buildup of energy here. And before you know it, it's like 8 of Wands, 6 of Swords. I'm ready. I'm ready to move forward on this plan, this goal, this wish, or this dream. So your first step here is just making that judgment call to yourself and saying, I'm going to do this. I know I can do this. I want to do this. I know I can do this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice, my dear. Queen of Swords, seeing things very clearly, getting organized. 4 of Pentacles and Temperance again. Oh, I like it. The World card. Again, it's a new cycle here that has opened up for you. And the Queen of Swords is a clear thinker. This is someone who they organize themselves to start this project or this plan or this goal. And that I think that 4 of Pentacles is telling me, like, once you see it clearly, I think you start seeing some tangible results here. I think whether this is emotional stability that comes in for you, financial stability, there's something here that you can make steady and slow progress towards it. Again, in moderation and temperance, we don't have to do this all in one day. But if tomorrow you tell yourself you're doing it, and the next day you start acquiring knowledge on how to do it, by the 3rd day, you are fast forward into this. Like, oh my God, you're into the Sun card, the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. And here comes the inspired action out of the King of Wands. Being a natural born leader of your own life to move forward. Again, on whatever this is. It's for some of you, it's great. It could be in respect to relocation or travel. And for others of you, it's just trying to get your house organized or some do-it-yourself project. Or like I said, some new exercise or diet regimen. Your first step is just telling yourself that you want to do it. Everything after that is almost like dominoes. You ever play dominoes? You hit that one domino and all the others just kind of fall in line. That's what will happen here. But your first domino here, if you will, is saying that I will do this. Everything else kind of builds up momentum after that. If you think you can't do it, you're wrong. That's your message, Cancer. Your message from the Akashic Records is that there's a warrior spirit inside of you that wants more, that is destined for more. It's time to wake it up. That's what I have for you. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. Be sure to check out your other placements. And thank you so very much for being part of the Time Traveler program. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.